You guys, it's another EDC video, because what is this channel at this point? We have 2 weeks until EDC. I literally leave 2 weeks from the day that I am filming this. And so you know my channel is gonna be like all about EDC all day, every day. I wanted to do a super quick turnaround here, guys. The map just came out for the festival and I have a lot of thoughts on it. So I am trying to get this out as fast as possible. It is your first time attending EDC. There's definitely some things I wanna explain to you guys here. A lot of changes, some new areas, some hidden things in the map that you guys should be looking out for now that it's out. First and foremost, make sure you go download the Insomniac app on the App Store, because they have like the highest resolution view of the map, because I know a lot of people were saying on Instagram if you zoom in it's like very blurry. So go look at the app or look at their website. They have a much bigger, higher resolution photo of it. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to screen record on my phone and I'm gonna walk you guys around the map, point out everything on it that stands out to me, explain a little bit about the different sections, the stages, and then I'm just gonna talk overall about my thoughts on it, some suggestions and advice for you guys. Just explain a little things if you're sort of looking at this like freaking out, because that is literally me. Can you feel my energy through this screen right now? Between getting my ticket and the map coming out, this just got so real. I can't believe we're going home. I'm wearing this is a Disney shirt. I'm low-key obsessed with Disney, but really we're talking about my happy place today. So that's why we're wearing this shirt. Okay, so I have the app pulled up here. Okay, so you're gonna note there's a couple different entrances around here, right? So we have Gate S up in the top left corner. That's where shuttles come through. So you're at basically the base of the festival. Going around, you have entrance Gate D, Gate C, and Gate B. These are all at the very top of the bleachers. You'll see that here. So you get that iconic entrance where you get to walk down the bleachers and capture everything in a big view. But don't worry, all my shuttle people, you can always walk up to the top of the bleachers and get that view. And then on the side here, we have Gate P. So Uber, if you're being dropped off by Uber or Lyft, you can either go through Gate P or you can walk around and go through like B or C. Campers, your exit and entrance is Gate C. So I'm gonna come over to Kinetic Field here, and we're gonna start there. What's interesting to me and what a couple people pointed out is these like, it looks like banners or flags circling around Kinetic Field, which is interesting. I wonder if that has something to do with the kinetic energy theme, but you'll note that Kinetic Field is like main stage. It's a focal point. It's got the most room. It is massive. I highly suggest going to check it out, even if you don't like love any of the artists at that stage. Another thing I wanted to mention for you guys about accessibility. So you will notice it's marked ADA. So if you are in a wheelchair, if you're injured, if you're disabled, they have tons of viewing platforms for you guys so that you can have a really great view. One thing to keep a note, you can email access@insomniac.com. I'll put it up in here to get help with ADA parking. So if you were curious about that, email access@insomniac. Okay, so Kinetic Field, obviously around there you've got a couple bars. There's a really big VIP area there if you guys are doing VIP like I am. So you've got that going on. There's a nice big Ferris wheel down at the bottom. Bathrooms are buried at either ends of Kinetic Field. I use these pretty frequently when I am at main stage, but you don't realize how big this festival is. Like, it looks like they're close, but they're really like tucked in the corner. The one all the way at the top of Kinetic Field is an easier one to get to. Okay, I'm gonna work my way down and around. Next, you can see two art cars. So Parliament is an art car, it's at the top there, and then you have Mayan Warrior, which is also an art car, I'm pretty sure. Have some sponsored areas, so you'll have Red Bull there. You have what looks like a roller coaster. I saw a couple other people notice this. That would be a first. EDC has never had a roller coaster, so that would be really cool. That would be playing into the whole carnival idea. This area, I remember last year, is where the Calliope art car was. It's a very cool vibe. You have Stereo Bloom in here, which looks like they moved that over a little bit, so that's cool. It's a very awesome stage. A lot of up and coming people. Then you have the Flower Tower is back. It's this beautiful, huge tower that glows and it shoots fire from the top of it. The Owl's Nest, that's probably somewhere you can go hang out here. So we have Anima and the Seating Dune. Again, these are probably just going to be really cool art installations, places you can sit, everything, everywhere you look, it's sort of like interactive. So that's really, really cool. And then you have Corona Extra. At the very bottom here in the grassy area near Cosmic Meadow, you have Bamboo DNA, which looks like a house that you can go into. So that's really, really cool. And then you can shoot straight up Daisy Lane if you want to go to the main area, but I'm going to keep working my way around. If we continue to the right, you get to my favorite stage. You get to Cosmic Meadow, which is facing the bleachers. So you have a really, really cool view there. What's interesting about this is it's going to be a new stage design this year, which I am so here for. I was ready for this stage to get redone. Again, it has these like banners and flags in sort of like a 360-degree setup, which is very interesting. So I wonder if the stage is set up that way. I don't know. It's carrying over this theme from Kinetic Field, so that's something to note. There's a very small VIP area to the left side, so I will definitely be checking that out. Accessible viewing platforms. There is a water, so take note of where the water refill stations are. There are only 4 on this map. If that concerns you, just know they are very, very big water refill stations. These people are manning them. You'll be good. Just note where they are. So for us, typically, if we're moving to different stations, if we're leaving Cosmic Meadow, we'll always hit up the water refill, fill our camelbacks, and then we'll get going. Looks like you have a couple rides there, and then straight ahead of Cosmic Meadow is your Carnival Square. So you'll see the little boombox in there. That's like a little, it's not a stage, but it moves around and they play music there. So that's really cool. You have tons of vendors, shops, food, the general store. It looks like a rainbow bazaar, which is really cool. On the opposite end of Carnival Square, you will see another water refill. There's a Smirnoff sponsored area. Always go check that out. And it looks like there's a little stage in the top right of it. So that might be another area where you can go watch live acts. One thing to note here, you have ground control central, so if you ever have any issues, you need help, a medical issue, there is first aid areas, but ground control is always there to help you if you ever need anything. There's also a little mark here that says Insomniac Passport, which a bunch of you noticed, which is awesome for catching that. So Insomniac Passport was something that happened a couple months ago. A ton of people got an email from Insomniac inviting them to this passport, which basically was something along the lines of you would be invited to this, and I guess the idea was like you could pay one fee or like buy this passport and you would have access to all of Insomniac's festivals. Sort of like how Live Nation had a festival pass, you paid one fee and you had access to like all these festivals on the list. Then they sent a note apologizing, saying like it sent it to way more people than it was supposed to, and they retracted it and no one ever heard about it again. And now a couple days ago, Pasquale posted a little image, I can put it up here, of the passport again. So they're bringing it up again, and now there's a little symbol in there. So I wonder if there's going to be like an information spot for people who either got an email, or if you're interested in the passport, you can go check that out. Let's keep going. We're gonna go down. So you have a Tesla activation. Don't know what that's about. We have another ride, and then one of the new areas this year. I have never experienced this in my 4 years attending EDC. Downtown EDC is a new area. I would almost guarantee that that's the wedding chapel down there. There's 2 areas that kind of look like a wedding chapel, but it looks like a lot of houses that you can go in and out of. I know in the past they've had like a little school set up. You could send postcards. I'm like out of breath right now. Oh my God. I just know this is going to be a really long video. I'm sorry, guys. I hope this is all like informative for you. Highly recommend spending time there. Okay, so then straight ahead is Electric Avenue. Again, it looks like there's this energy theme carried throughout. It looks like a bunch of towers. It'd be really cool if they like shot like sparks and stuff. Continuing on, by far the most interesting area to me this year, at least I would say. So this area over here where you've got Neon Garden, Quantum Valley, Circuit Grounds. If you guys have never attended EDC before, Neon Garden was always right around in the spot that it is. However, Circuit Grounds was more up and to the left, and where Quantum Valley was always like an area that was sort of shut off to the public. They would have artist trailers, backstage equipment, like all that stuff. So that was never used as a space in the racetrack. It was always like sectioned off. So this year, for the first time, they are opening the entire racetrack to EDC. All of it is being used. So we just got all of that space back for these 3 stages. I cannot stress enough how exciting that is. One, because Quantum Valley had a horrible sound bleed issue last year. It was just squished right in the middle of the Rainbow Road area. A lot of you guys said you were worried about sound bleed. I can almost guarantee you these will still be pretty far apart from each other. Even though it looks like they're next to each other, you're gonna have no issue if you are up in the crowd at these stages. I don't think that will be a problem at all. This space is way bigger than you think it is. We have Neon Garden, which is really cool. You have a viewing platform for VIP, and it looks like it overlaps Quantum Valley and Neon Garden, so that'll be cool if it's like right in between and you can sort of watch whatever. That'll be interesting. You have your bathrooms back here, guys, so you know, I always got to keep note of where the bathrooms are. And then we go to Quantum Valley, which a lot of trans fans are excited about. It looks massive. I cannot wait to see what they do with this design. First aid is here. This section is so intriguing to me. Pixel Forest, Robot Stage, Cloud Control, and Forest House. These look so interesting. I want to be in them. I want to walk around them. Very excited to explore that. This whole section is going to be a vibe. I can feel it. Circuit Grounds obviously is like a secondary main stage, but it looks pretty much the size of Quantum Valley, which is crazy. Huge VIP area. I will definitely be checking that out. Again, I just can't wait to see this taking up that whole space. I think that that's so fucking cool. I'm really excited about that. We got a couple bars. Let's keep moving. So then you have a water refill in between Base Pod and Circuit Grounds. There's always been one there. I hit that one up probably the most frequently, and the bathroom that looks like it's tucked behind Base Pod, we're probably there the most often, but my group always spends the most time at Circuit Grounds and Cosmic Meadow usually. So those two we stay at a lot. It looks like there's a ride tucked in there. So this is super exciting. A lot of people are pumped about this. They swapped back Wasteland and Base Pod. So again, if you guys are new, this was like the OG placement of these stages, and I preferred it so much more this way. Last year they swapped these, so Base Pod was on the left and Wasteland was on the right, and I didn't like that setup. There was something about the layout last year, like it was an amazing festival, but I wasn't jiving with the whole layout of the festival. They nailed it. Another good thing for you guys just to be aware of. So if you are into these 4 stages, you're gonna be golden as far as like getting from different sets. So if you're bouncing around between Neon, Quantum, and Circuit Grounds, you can easily like get to those sets. It won't take you much time, so you can bounce around pretty easily. Even Cosmic Meadow and Base Pod, you can probably bounce too. If you wanna go to Kinetic Field, you can see they extended Rainbow Road the entire way. You can just have a straight shot from Circuit Grounds and Quantum all the way down to Kinetic Field. I will tell you that is going to be a very long walk. That's probably going to be a 15 to 20 minute walk, because when you're navigating around people and it's dark, it's a hike. It's a hike. So that is going to be a long walk, especially now that they've pushed these stages against the side. So just be aware of that. We're going to zoom in here. We have a rainbow bridge right outside Base Pod. I will be really excited to see if you can actually walk over that. It's gonna be cool. You have a small VIP area at Base Pod. You have lockers over there, merchandise, general store. Bathrooms are between Wasteland and Base Pod again, so that's cool. You got more. You have another Ferris wheel here in front of Wasteland, a bunch of rides. Here is your water station in between Kinetic and Wasteland, so that'll be a very popular refill station. Just be warned about that. So definitely refill before you go into Kinetic Field if you can. All right, last up, you guys. So this is a brand new area again to EDC, first time happening this year, Nomads Land. They completely invented this. So you've got the Wide Awake art car, which is awesome. The production on that is sick. The Wench is this big ship with this huge balloon attached to it, and they always have performers on it, and it usually makes its way around the whole festival, but it might be stationed here. And it just looks like it's gonna be a really, really cool interactive section with a lot of art installations. It looks like rides. The shuttle entrance is right over there. There's an ADA center, first aid, and that, my friends, is the full map. I think I nailed it. All right, what else do we have to talk about? So I think I mentioned everything. Like I said, this is the most spread out I have ever seen the map in the 4 years I've attended EDC. I am so excited for new stages, more space. I think the layout and where everything is situated this year makes a lot of sense. So for you guys attending for the first time, this map might look very overwhelming. I mean, I am overwhelmed because you only have 3 days to see all of this. And let me tell you, you are bouncing from stage to stage, from set to set. Get there early. Get there early so you can go and explore. Maybe pick downtown EDC one day, go check it out, go walk through it. The next day, maybe go spend a little bit more time at Nomads Land. You never know where you're gonna end up, kind of float around. But for me personally, timing wise, our Friday is really horrible. I think Friday is the most stacked as far as artists that my group wants to see. So we already were talking today in our group chat, and we were like, we're gonna use Saturday to get there early and to explore. Friday, we're gonna see what we see, but we're gonna just be running around so much. You know, in your downtime, go walk through these places. I really suggest going to check it out. Go check out Carnival Square. That roller coaster, if there's a roller coaster, that'll be really cool. They used to have a log flume too though, guys, so that could easily be the log flume. You never know. I'm really excited to see Quantum Valley and the advantage they take of that new space. I always take note of the Ferris wheels because that's a big one. We like to go on a Ferris wheel every single night. So what all this means, guys, it means it's gonna take a lot of time to get from Kinetic Field to the opposite end of the racetrack. So when the set times come out in probably like another week and a half, if you have an artist playing at Circuit Grounds and playing at Kinetic Field, give yourself 15 minutes to get to that set, because it does take time when you are getting out of the crowd and navigating your way. But in positive news, Base Pod, Quantum Valley, Circuit Grounds, Neon Garden, you should be able to easily bounce between those. My final thoughts, I am so excited. I am even more excited than I already was, which is hard to believe. Year 5 to be doing new experiences here. A lot of artists I've never seen before, doing VIP for the first time, staying in a new hotel, hosting my own meetup. I have a feeling I'm gonna be meeting a lot of you guys there, and I am so excited about that. I'm gonna be filming all of it, be doing vlogs for my channel here. This is a really exciting map. I'm thrilled about it. So now all we have left is to know these set times. And then the real meltdowns ensue. Anyway, if you guys want to see a ticket unboxing, I did a really quick one on my IGTV. I got my ticket late, so I didn't want to spend too much time going through this, but I am obsessed with the bandana. I think that was genius that they gave that out this year. Hope you guys found this helpful. I know it's a mouthful, I know it's a lot, but I hope you know a little bit more about EDC and about this map. Give this a thumbs up for my throat right now because I'm dying. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out my podcast, Rave Culture. Subscribe if you guys are enjoying my content, and thank you so much for watching. Bye, you guys.